Hey, hi all, my name is Akash, and in this particular video we are going to see how we can download and install a Teradata VM which is available on downloads.teradata.com. So let's start with the process. So before starting the process, we will discuss what are the softwares that we need to install in Teradata. Okay, so let's start discussing those softwares. So I will write here for you. So the first software we are going to need is it's VMware. So it can be VMware or an VirtualBox. So VirtualBox will help us to create an virtual machine on existing of our Windows machine. Okay, so this is going to be our first requirement. Then the next software or tool we will need is a Teradata machine. Okay, so Teradata will provide us a machine. So what we have to do is we have to download a machine and just open it into a VirtualBox or in a VMware. So in our case we are going to do it in a VMware. So this is our second requirement. The third requirement is we have to download and install a TTUs. So what does TTU means is TTU means Teradata Tools and Utilities. So this is the third software that we are going to need. And the last software that we are going to need is a Teradata Studio. So basically Teradata Studio is used by a DBAs, but for better understanding we will also download it and install it, as both will do same task. Like TTUs and Teradata Studio will perform a same as like task, but Teradata Studio is more user friendly, or I can say you will love to work in Teradata Studio as compared to TTU utilities. So let's start the process one by one. So we will start with installing our VMware. So first of all, open your favorite browser. It can be Firefox, Edge or Chrome as well. So type here VMware Workstation. So you can download VMware Workstation or VMware Pro as well. So there is no bar for it. So let's download it. So here is the link, so you can download it from here only. So actually to save your and my time, so what I have did is I have downloaded all the softwares that we need. So I will show you where we will find these softwares and how to download it. Then we will process towards installation. Okay, so this is the first software that what we have to do is we have to simply download it and keep it aside. The next software that we are going to need is a Teradata software. So Teradata software we will find on website called downloads.teradata.com. So what I have done is, so I have an account. If you don't have any account, so what you have to do is you have to create an account first. So it will not charge anything, or you can give your personal ID as well over here. So there is no bar or no restrictions for it. So what you have to do is you have to create an account first and then verify from your email. After verifying from your email, you will be able to log in. So let me log in. So I have did it. So Akash Eki is my username and I have also saved my password. Okay, then log into a website. After logging to website, you will get some links over here. Okay, so first what we need is we need a Teradata for virtual machines. So what we have to download is we have to download a Vintage Express, right? So we are going to download a Vintage Express. So this is the Vintage Express that we are going to download. This is the first software that we are going to need. So we are done with downloading the software. So we are going to do with same this. So we are going to download this as well. So let me download it for you. So what I prefer is to download a 16.10 version. So this is the best version according to me. So there is no any reason to download this one. but if you download a previous version, that versions are more stable compared to a new version. So my preference is always to download a previous software than a new one. Okay, so let's download it. So just what you have to do is just click on that link, then it will ask for an agreement. So I am reading it. So as I am Rajnikant fan, I have read it, then I will do agree. So after doing certain steps, such link appears and you can click on OK. The file will be downloaded. So this file is looking like a 40 GB. So you will understand why does this file is of 40 GB. It is not actually of 40 GB, it is 4.3 GB, but when you will make your machine up, it will rise up to 40 GB. So I will cancel it as I have already downloaded it for you. Okay, so let's cancel it. Then the first software we have downloaded successfully. The another software that we are going to need is TTU. So what does TTU means? Teradata Tools and Utilities. So let's type TTU. Hope you will find it. So here it is. So for what we need it, we need it for Windows, right? So it's a Linux package, Windows. Yes, we got Windows 1 Teradata Tools and Utilities for Windows installation package. So get it. And same goes with here, download a 16 version. Actually what has Teradata done from 17 version, they have discarded the Teradata Assistant, which is a ID, you can say it as a ID. We are able to connect through our server name through a Teradata Assistant. So they have discarded it, and they are promoting their Teradata Studio software to use instead of Teradata Assistant. So what we will do is we will go with Teradata 16 version. So we will get both. We will get Teradata Assistant as well and Teradata Studio as well, because in a real-time environment, basically the companies are using 14 and 15 version of Teradata, so they are bound to work with our Teradata Assistant. So we have to understand both Teradata Assistant and Teradata Studio as well. So let's download this software. So let's accept the agreement. So this is the software that we are going to need to install. Okay, so we are done with the another software as well, and the last software that we are going to need is Teradata Studio. So actually I believe there was a Teradata Studio behind. Okay, now here it is. So we will download this one. So same we are going to do, we are going to download it for a Windows version. So you have to click on the particular link and just scroll down and click on I agree. So that's all. We are done with our installation steps. So we have downloaded these all softwares. So TT Utilities has been downloaded. So I download. So we are done with this. Downloading and these as well. Okay, so let it be. So the first thing we have to do is we have to install an VMware. So let's start with installation of VMware. So what we will do is we will go inside it. So actually my VMware is a Workstation Pro, and Workstation Pro requires an license as well. So what I will do is I will install this VMware. If you don't have an VMware Workstation, so you can go with VMware Player as well. That's absolutely fine. So first it will ask you for an administrator privileges. So please give the privilege. So after giving the privileges, so the new pop-up has been raised up. This pop-up, after getting this pop-up, please click on the next. So you have to agree the license agreement, as we don't have any option to do anything else. So it will ask you for an extra enhanced keyboard, so there is no need to install these things. So just simply click on next. So it will also ask you to change the location, so it is fine for me to install over there. So what will do, I will click on next. So this is another something, so do next. So it will create an desktop and start menu folder. Okay, so this will create over here, it will create an uh, icon for it, and it will also create an icon on a desktop. So let's do a next. So after doing this all next, so please install it. So it will take some while to install. So as you can see, my installation has been completed successfully. It will ask for a license key, so let me put my license key over here. Oh, and boom. So my installation has been completed successfully. So let's click on finish, and your VMware is installed successfully. So we are done with our first step, so congratulations. So let's start with our second step, which is opening an VMware and installing a software. So automatically as you can see, it has detected my VM, but it is a previous one. So what I will do is I will delete it. So I am removing it, and then let's create a new fresh one, right? So this is my folder which I have got after downloading that particular VMware at the second time, right? Then let's click on a extract files, then extract the folder. So it will take some time. For that matter, we are getting the Linux version for it, and Linux version is particularly saying the Linux version is SUSE Linux. So SUSE is one of a version or flavor of a Linux that we are getting with Teradata VM. So we will see what are the configurations that we will need to install an VMware, this particular VMware. So Teradata VMware will need 4 GB of RAM. 4 GB of RAM is mandatory to run an Teradata machine. Okay, then you at least need 80 GB of free space. As the Teradata machine is going to expand till 40 GB, it's always recommended to have a double space, so you can expand it further. Okay, so these are the mandatory steps. So what I will suggest is, if you have 8 GB of RAM, then you can go ahead. Bingo. So this is the mandatory thing, that you should have at least 8 GB of RAM and at least 100 GB of free space. So this can be a recommendation from my side to install and create a Teradata VM. So if you have it, then go ahead. If you don't have it, you have to get it. Okay, so then another thing is, okay, so why does I am recommending 8 GB of RAM? Let me clear you first that, right? So what we are going to do is, we are going to access our Teradata machine from our Windows machine. Okay, so to run Windows machine, we will need a 4 GB of RAM, and it will need for Windows, and 4 GB of RAM will be consumed by Linux machine. And what benefit of, so this is the this is why we are going to need 8 GB of RAM. And getting back to a point of why we are creating a virtual machine and benefits of virtual machine. The first thing is virtual machine is going to access the memory or a space dynamically. What does this dynamically means? So that is what concern you should have, right? So dynamically means it will consume that much only space that you are using. So for an instance, I am let's assume I am creating a file on a Teradata machine of size 20 MB, so it will consume only 20 MB. The other space will be free for your use, so you can use that space, but it can expand till certain limit. Like for our case it is 40 GB, right? So this is the advantage of virtual machine. So it can be dynamic, so it is dynamic. Okay, so as I can see, our I think our okay, so our file is unzipped, so let's open it. So let me explain you the steps further. So we are getting 3 disks. Okay, so there is the one disk which is of size 13.2 GB, as I can see. The another one is 386 MB, and last one should be same, right? So okay, it is a 419 MB. So let me clear you for one thing, that the first disk that we are creating is for an operating system. It is for an Linux and for a Teradata machine, and there is a concept of AMP and V disk in a Teradata. So for that concept, Teradata provides us a 2 more disks. So that disk are disk 2 and disk 3, and there is a VM configuration file, and there is a virtual machine, and there is also a snapshot of an virtual machine. So what we have to do is just copy this particular path, open an VM, and press. This is the what we say. This is the panel that will help you to create an to open a virtual machine. So what you can do is you can open it from here as well and from here as well. So let's open it from here. So what we can do is you can create open over here, or control plus O is another option, or you can create it by here as well. So let's open it from here. So it is actually selecting automatically. Okay, then what we will do is we will select an machine and open it. So boom, our machine is ready. Okay, so this is how we will create an virtual machine. So let's go quickly through an Teradata system, like what is the configuration of it, right? So you can get a better understanding of it. So after opening an edit virtual machine setting, we will get this particular panel. In this particular panel we have all details about what the machine is going to have. So machine is going to have an 4 GB of RAM. It is going to have one processor, so you can increase or decrease processor over here. So we have to give at least one processor for it. So the disk size is going to be an 187 GB, 20 GB and 20 GB. Okay, so and you can see it, the current size over here is 13.3 GB, whereas free size is 67.9 GB. As I mentioned previously, the size is going to be allocated as per dynamically. Okay, so this is the thing, and we have a network adapter to connect to internet, as well as to have a connection between our Windows and Linux. Okay, and there is a display. Okay, so this is the basic settings that we have to understand while creating an VM. So let's click on cancel. We are not doing anything with that particular configuration. We are not increasing or decreasing that configuration. Okay, then what this particular thing is, like upgrade this virtual machine. So basically Teradata has created their VM according to a virtual machine 8 support, right? So it is going to support virtual machine 8, but what I have noticed it, when you will start the machine, it will run absolutely fine. There is no need to change or upgrade any settings. By the way, when you will upgrade a machine, it will create issues. So rather than upgrading it, use as it is. Okay, so let's play a virtual machine. So it will take some while. So it will ask you for whether you have copied it or whether you have moved it. So you can simply click on I copied, so it will not make a certain change on it. Don't need to do anything to start this virtual machine, it will do automatically. So I will meet you after getting it up. Okay, so as you can see, my virtual machine is up. So what we have to do is we have to put an username and as a password. So the username will be root and the password will be root. So boom, we are ready with our virtual machine. Okay, so it has pre-configured virtual Teradata as well, so we have to check it as well. So what you have to do is we have to type btech. So btech as in is an utility that Teradata provides us. So what you can do is just put dot logon dbc. So the password for dbc is dbc. So boom, we are done with the process. So okay, so we have successfully logged in. So what we have to do is we have to select star from dbc info. So it will give us a basic information. So it will give us information like what language support it has and release and version as well. So successfully we have installed our Teradata on virtual machine. Like we have, what we have done is we have downloaded certain softwares and we have installed it as well. So what we will do is we will proceed towards another software. So we are done with VMware and Teradata machine. So the next software that we are going to install is TTU. So what does TTU means? Teradata Tools and Utilities. Okay, so let's unzip this file as well. And I will unzip Teradata Studio as well. So I believe both the files has unzipped successfully. So what we are going to do is we are going to download Teradata Tools and Utilities. So this is the batch file that we are going to run. So it will ask for an administrative privileges, so please assign it. So this is the wizard that we are going to get to install an Teradata utilities. So simply press on next and click on the agreement, license agreement, then next. So it will ask you for an location, so you can change according to your space and your requirement from here. Then click on next. The utilities that we are going to use frequently are btech, fast export, fast load, multi-load and tpump. These are the utilities that Teradata provides us to do certain tasks. The tasks that we are going to perform we will see in upcoming videos. So this is the Teradata assistant. So if you want to use Python, or there is another tools as well that Teradata provides. So Teradata works with Python, R and various other scripting languages as well. So we will see that in another video as well. So let's click on next. So what we have to do is we have to select ODBC, btech, fast export, fast load, multi load, tpump and Teradata SQL assistant. You can write down these utilities as well for better understanding. So let's move ahead with next. So it will take some while. So after completing we will see. So as you can see, our Teradata Tools and Utilities software has been completely installed on our machine. So let's click on finish. So after finishing it, so let's install another one. So there are lots of software that we need to install for installing this particular software. I know it is a pain. So what you have to do is we have to do click on setup. So let's click on yes, as it will ask you for administrator privilege. So it will ask for a language. Okay, okay, so let's do next. Accept the agreement. So there is a prerequisite for an Teradata Studio, which is Java. So it requires Java, JDK and JRE. So if you don't know how to install it, you can find it on a YouTube. You will get lots of video, as well as if possible, I will mention it in a description. Okay, so let's so it has detected my JRE automatically. So let's do next. So Teradata Studio, it will ask for any location as well. So next, so you have no need to do these steps. So let's click on next. It will create a desktop there which is same. Next, and install. So it is pretty simple to install an Teradata Studio software rather than other softwares which we installed recently. Okay, next, click finish. What we have done is we have installed these 4 softwares from last 20 to 30 minutes, and let's see those softwares as well. So you can see here those all softwares. We have installed our VMware Workstation. So this is the VMware player. So this is VMware Workstation Pro. This is virtual network editor. So it will provide us to edit a network from a VMware perspective. Then we have installed BTEC Win, then fast export, fast load, multi-load, TPUMP and Teradata Assistant from our Teradata tools and utility software, and Teradata list products from the same software as well, and Teradata Studio from the another software. So let's click on one of the software to get it understand. So this is the Teradata Assistant which we are going to use frequently to connect with our machine. So next video will be how to connect to a Teradata machine via Teradata Assistant and Teradata Studio. So hope you like this video. If it helps in increasing your knowledge, so please do subscribe my channel and like the video, and you can suggest me what kind of video you will need in a manner to complete a Teradata or any other topic. So we are going to have various such topics as well. So let's open Teradata Studio as well. So this is how Teradata will look. So it is pretty amazing. If you come from any another database background, so you will not find these steps like what commands have you executed, and all those things will be mentioned over here. So you can see over here. So it's pretty amazing. So this is the another software. Let it open. Okay, so this is the Teradata Studio. This looks pretty much amazing, and it is used mostly by admin team. So thanks for this time, guys. Hope you like this video. So I will try to improve my video quality or video content as I grow with this channel. So hope you will like my content further as well. So thanks for this time. Bye.